I was waiting for the last train, standing alone on the empty platform. It was cold and the lights flickered, making long shadows on the ground. My coat wasn't doing much to keep out the chill, and the train was late. I kept looking at the clock, feeling like time was moving too slowly. I looked down the dark tunnel, and suddenly I heard a noise behind me. I turned around and saw a man standing a few steps away. I hadn't noticed him before. He was tall and pale, with dark eyes that looked too deep. His clothes looked old, like something from a very old photo, smart but not right for today.
"Waiting for the last train?"
The man asked. His voice was smooth, but it sounded a bit strange, like an old door creaking. I nodded, feeling a bit uneasy. "Yeah, it's late tonight." The man smiled, but his smile didn't reach his eyes.
"Time's funny, isn't it? One moment you're here and the next, who knows where?"
His words made me feel uncomfortable. I tried to sound calm. Yeah, I guess time doesn't wait for anyone, right?
But what if it did? What if time was like a loop, repeating over and over?
He stepped closer, still looking right at me.
Would you want to know what happens next? Would you try to change it?
I frowned, not sure what he was talking about. I don't understand. He tilted his head like he was thinking about what to say.
Hannah, you've made choices that brought you here, to this empty platform, on this cold night. But what if I told you that this moment has happened before? You've been here before, talking to me, on this very platform, many times.
A chill went down my back. How do you know my name? His smile grew, but it looked sad.
I've been watching you for a long time. I know your dreams, your fears, and I know what's going to happen next.
I felt my heart race. What are you talking about? Who are you? The man sighed, looking tired.
I'm a traveller, not through space, but through time. I'm stuck in a loop, living this moment again and again, trying to warn you.
I stepped back, my heart pounding. This is crazy, you're crazy.
Am I?
His voice was gentle, almost like he wanted me to believe him.
Or am I the only one who sees the truth? You're standing on the edge of something bad, something that will trap you like it trapped me.
I felt dizzy, like everything was spinning. What do you want from me?
I want you to listen.
He said softly.
When the train arrives, don't get on. Walk away from the station, leave this night behind. If you don't, you'll be caught in this loop just like me.
I stared at him, not sure what to believe. The air felt heavy, like time was holding its breath. The sound of the train coming echoed through the tunnel, getting louder. How do I know you're telling the truth? I whispered. He looked at me with sad eyes.
You don't. But why would I lie? I have nothing to gain, nothing to lose. I'm just trying to help you, to save you from what's coming on that train.
The train's lights cut through the darkness and I felt a rush of fear. I looked from the train to the stranger's serious face. What if you're wrong? He shook his head slowly.
I've lived this moment too many times to be wrong, but it's your choice. It always has been.
The train screeched to a stop and the doors opened with a hiss. My heart was beating fast as I looked at the empty carriage, feeling like it was pulling me in. I glanced back at the stranger, who watched me with hope and sadness. For a long moment, I didn't move, feeling the weight of my decision. Then I took a deep breath and stepped back from the platform edge. I'm not getting on, I said, my voice steady. The stranger closed his eyes, a tear slipping down his cheek.
Thank you,
he whispered as the train's doors shut and it moved away, disappearing into the night. As the train vanished, the stranger disappeared too. I was alone on the platform, but this time it felt different, lighter, like a weight had been lifted. I turned and walked away, leaving behind the shadows and the loop that had almost trapped me. Stepping into the cold night air, I felt a strange peace, knowing I'd made the right choice.